Hey everybody, and welcome to another review on my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at two Mega Pokemon sets. The set on the left is Pikachu's Beach Splash, and the set on the right is called Bulbasaur's Forest Run. The Pikachu set comes with a total of 79 pieces, and the Bulbasaur set comes with a total of 82. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a closer look and see what these two sets have to offer. And we're going to go ahead and kick off this review by taking a look at the set called Pikachu's Beach Splash. And we're going to start by talking about the Pikachu minifigure that comes in this set. If you're a collector of the Mega Pokemon sets or have bought any Mega Pokemon sets in the past, then you more than likely have this figure already. There really isn't anything special about this Pikachu. He comes with a pretty standard looking face print. And as we start to take Pikachu and turn him around to the side here, you can see that the figure does come with some pretty good printed detail, which is something I will continue to praise Mega on, as I feel like the printed detail on these figures is relatively solid. And as I was building these sets, it really made me stop and think about how LEGO is going to tackle making Pokemon sets in 2026. Do you think they're going to be like Mega and make the Pokemon brick build, or do you think they're going to create their own exclusive molds for Pokemon? For me personally, I hope we get molded Pokemon with some trainer minifigures, but let me know what you think about this in the comments below. But anyway, as we take a look at the back of Pikachu here, you can see some pretty good printed detail on his back, tail, and ears. But with the design that Mega has incorporated with these Pokemon, Pikachu can look relatively strange at certain angles. And I know a lot of people aren't necessarily fans of the way that Mega designs their Pokemon builds, but for me personally, I'm kind of hit or miss whether or not I like the Pokemon's design. And for Pikachu here, I think he is okay. Now we're going to talk about the small environmental build that also comes in this set, which is a depiction of a small beach that has a palm tree in the background. The palm tree build for this set is relatively simple, but I do like its overall design, and I think it's got some really good color to add to the build overall. Now as far as the base of this build goes, I do think it looks okay for what it is. I do like the different color of blues that Mega used for the waves, and I think its overall shape is decent for what it's trying to represent. I do think that Mega could have done a little bit of a better job transitioning the water to sand. This set does come with a small play feature. If I take my finger here, you can see that I can actually push down part of the waves. This set also includes a couple of small transparent blue studs. And the idea is you take these transparent studs and place them onto part of the waves found in the build. And then you can take your Pikachu minifigure and make him splash in the waves. And I suppose this is a relatively cute play feature, but I don't know how much kids are actually going to enjoy this. The last thing I want to mention about this set is it does come with a small pink bucket that you can place on the beach of the build. And I do feel like this is a relatively cute inclusion. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Bulbasaur's Forest Run. And we're going to start off by taking a look at the Bulbasaur build that is included in this set. And I will say that I do like the look and design of this Bulbasaur build a little bit more than the Pikachu we took a look at a minute ago. I think Bulbasaur comes with a lot more printed detail and just looks better overall. Bulbasaur also comes with a winking facial expression, which gives the character a little bit of expressiveness, and I do think that the bulb that is built on Bulbasaur's back looks pretty decent as well. But again, I feel like the printed detail that is on Bulbasaur is really well done. You can see that there's some really good printed detail found on the side of Bulbasaur, and then if we take a look at the front of each one of his legs, you can also see that there's some printed detail on them as well. Overall, I'm a really big fan of Bulbasaur's design, and I think Mega did a relatively good job pulling off this Pokemon in brick-built form. But again, you're going to have to let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like how Mega designs their Pokemon, or are you excited to see what LEGO comes up with in 2026? Now we're going to take a look at the small environmental build that comes on Bulbasaur's Forest Run. Starting with the log that is included in this build, and you can see that it does have a relatively simple design, but I do think it looks fine for what it is, and you can even see there's a printed piece at the top there. And I do like the use of the green leaf pieces there. I think it gives it a little bit of color and more detail. And as far as the base of this build goes, I do like it more than the beach we took a look at a moment ago. To me personally, I think it has a little bit more of a naturalistic look, and I love the little river that is running across the middle there. And I do feel like that there's a good variety of color to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. The play feature with this build is you can take the log and knock it over. The log is connected by a hinge piece, and it makes it easy to knock over and put it back upright. And the idea with this set is you knock the log over and Bulbasaur is able to cross the river safely. Although my Bulbasaur is a little bit clumsy. Something that I suppose is relatively cool with these two sets is there are some clips found on each side of the builds, and you are able to line them up and push them together to combine them into one set. This play feature is advertised on the back of the box in case you were curious. And like I said, I do think it is pretty cool that these two sets can combine, but I wish that they flowed together a little bit more. It does look a little awkward to have the river and Bulbasaur's Forest run directly into the beach that Pikachu is supposed to be on. I do feel like Mega should have done a little bit of a better job making the two sets flow together. I've had these two sets for a while now, and I can't really remember how much I paid for them, but I personally wouldn't want to pay more than $10 for each one of these sets, so a total of $20 for everything you see here I feel like is a pretty fair value. But these two sets don't offer a lot in terms of value to me anyway, because they come with pretty two simple Pokemon that you can get in a good variety of sets already. And there is nothing overly special about the two environmental builds that are included. But I do want to thank you so much for watching my review, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more brick built reviews in the future.